Hey everyone, welcome to day 16 of the JavaScript 30-day challenge. Today we are learning form validation using JavaScript, an essential skill to prevent wrong or incomplete data from being submitted. So we learn how to check for empty fields, validate email format, show error messages, stop form from submitting until it's all correct. So let's get started with HTML and JavaScript. So here I have created an HTML file already. So here I have created one form and it has ID register form and it has one input type text and ID I have given name, placeholder is name, and I have given the div for the error. So if any error exists, we'll be appending that error to this ID. Similarly, we have taken input type email and input type password and the button submit. So if everything is correct and validated successfully, and we will add the success message in the paragraph tag here. So let's see the HTML how it looks. So this is name, email, password, and this is the register button. And above we have also added the two styles for error to show it in red color and font size 0.9 em and for input some styles. Now let's get back to the script.js. I will take the form value. Const form is equal to document dot get elements by id, and for the id is register form. So that is which is there here. So this is the register form. Now for this form we'll add the add event listener submit, which we saw it in last video, comma arrow function, comma, and we'll take function e, and we will say e dot prevent default for preventing the default form behavior. Now we'll take the input values one by one, that is name, email, and password. So here I have taken name, email, password, names. And also we'll take the divs which are defined for errors, that is name error, email error, and password error. Alright, now we have all the values of all the tags, and also we have the success message div, that is success message, and initially we will initialize to null. So that is document dot get elements by id, the success message, and that text content initially will be null. And similarly for all this name error, email error, and password error, we will add the text content as null initially. Alright, now we'll do the name validation. For that we'll take one variable let is valid equals to true, and we'll take if name is empty, and we'll add the name error dot text content equals to name is required. So if name is empty, we will show name is required error. Then for email, if email is empty, email error dot text content equals to email is required. And here we'll update the is valid value to false. Similarly here is valid equals to false. Next we'll check else if we need to validate the email address provided, which is in the correct form. We'll create one validate email function, but first we'll call that validate email. If it's not validate email, and we will pass the email, so this will give turn true or false. So if it is false, then we'll say email error dot text content equals to enter a valid email address. Now we'll check for the password. If password equals to null, and here we will say is valid equals to false. Password error dot text content equals to password is required is valid equals to false. Next we'll check else if password dot length less than 6, then we'll say password error dot text content equals to password length must be at least 6 characters is valid equals to false. Alright, we have done all three validations. So if is valid is true, then we will say document dot get elements by id, and here we'll take this success message dot text content equals to registered successfully. After that we'll clear the form. So we'll say form dot reset. So we'll reset the form. Now we need to write one more thing. We have to define one function for validating email. So I will just say validate email, and it will take email as an input. We'll say const pattern equals to, so here we need to write the regular expression. So regular expression for validating the email, then we'll say return pattern dot test at email. So now we will head back to the browser and see this what we have coded. So now I will just click on register. So it says name is required, email is required, password is required. So now I will say enter the name and I will click on register. So this error for name is gone, but email is required, password is required is still there. Now I will just add the email ID, let's say ullas.com, and click on register. So it says please include an at in the email address. ullas.com is missing an at, so I will just say at, click on register. Still it says enter an email address, so I will say gmail.com. so now that error is gone. So password I will add ABCDE, must be 6 character is not coming, so we'll just verify that. So I will say 1 2 3 4 5. So it says okay, this should be password error. So now if I say ullas at gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5, it is 5 characters. Yeah, now it says password length must be at least 6. I will add one more character, registered successfully. So in this example we done the validation for required and for that name, and for email we did required plus validate email format, and for password we added the required plus minimum 6 characters condition. Now a bonus challenge for viewers: add a new field called confirm password, validate that matches the password field and show error if not. Awesome work! You now know how to build a form, catch errors before submission, prevent bad input using JavaScript, give users a better experience. If you like this video, subscribe if you're enjoying this 30-day challenge. See you in the next one. Till then, happy coding.